following is an excerpt read verbatim from Bad Days in History by Michael Farquhar. We don't intend on encroaching on anyone's copyright. Our goal is simply just to draw some attention to some really good and unique, interesting books that you might have seen but never really thought to pick up. And we're hoping that maybe by reading out a couple of excerpts from these, that you might be willing to pick up something interesting and different that you never thought about picking up before. February 14th, 1779. Captain Cook, a grisly end in Hawaii. Captain James Cook, widely acclaimed as the greatest sea explorer of all time, once wrote that his ambition led him not only farther than any man had been before, but as far as possible for any man to go. Heady words indeed, but certainly true for the time. During his 3 famed expeditions of the 1770s, Cook and his team of adventurers sailed vast, uncharted distances from the tropical delights of previously unknown Pacific islands to the forbidden frozen sea of both the Arctic and the Atlantic, recording, mapping, and generally reshaping what Europeans knew of the world. But it was in this quest to find the elusive Northwest Passage that Captain Cook's voyages of discovery came to an abrupt and brutal halt in Hawaii. The local population welcomed the members of Cook's expedition when they found safe harbor at the Kealakekua Bay along the coast of Hawaii's Big Island. In fact, the natives' treatment of Cook seemed to approach an adoration, reported James King, a second lieutenant aboard the ship Resolution. What King and the others didn't know was their arrival coincided almost perfectly with an annual religious observation, during which the god Lono, associated with peace and plenitude, gained a brief period of ascendancy over the warlike deity Ku. Thus, Captain Cook was regarded as a physical incarnation of Lono, and that explained what King observed as the very abject and slavish manner in which the commonality shrewd their respect. After several months spent basking in the Hawaiians' hospitality, Cook departed to continue the expedition north, just as Lono's time of rule was traditionally eclipsed by Ku. The British ships had not sailed very far, however, when one of the masts broke. There was no choice but to return to Kealakekua Bay for repairs. Unfortunately, the Hawaiian people saw Cook/Lono's unexpected return as a threat to Ku, embodied by a native monarch named Kalaniʻopuʻu. The balance of power had now shifted to a dangerous degree. The previously welcoming Hawaiians now turned hostile. They threw rocks at the interlopers, exposed their backsides, and brazenly stole from them. Ever since our arrival here upon this, our second visit, we have observed the natives a stronger propensity to theft, noted Cook's second-in-command, Charles Clerk, as every day produced more numerous and more audacious depredations. The British attempted to retaliate with firepower, but the lengthy time needed to reload limited their efficiency. Then on February 14, 1779, hostilities reached a climax when locals seized Captain Cook and 4 Marines accompanying him, repeatedly clubbed them, and held them underwater, after which their corpses were dragged away to the interior. The bodies were then subjected to a ghastly post-mortem ordeal, albeit one that was supposed to honor them as warriors, being cooked and stripped of flesh with the pieces distributed among the various local chiefs. After much negotiation, what was left to Cook was returned to his men. King left this account. He, the chief, gave us a bundle wrapped very decently and covered with a spotted cloak of black and white feathers, which we understood to be a mourning color. On opening it, we found the captain's hands, which were well known from a remarkable cut, the scalp, the skull, wanting thigh bones and arm bones. The hands only had flesh on them and were cut in holes, and salt crammed in the leg bones, lower jaw, and feet, which were all that remained and had escaped the fire. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. That was an excerpt from Bad Days in History. Captain Cook, a grizzly end in Hawaii, for February 14th for the Valentine's Day. What a story for Valentine's Day.
Yeah. I don't think anyone's going to be barbecuing anytime soon for Valentine's Day.
Oh, they will. Just hopefully not a human being.
Yeah, because cannibalism is still outlawed in most states.
Yeah, you know what? I think you're right. I think there's actually somewhere it still technically isn't outlawed, but like only a couple of them.
I don't care how much you make a human taste like chicken. Don't do it.
I mean, that's what alligator's for, and snake, and literally everything else. Apparently, anything white meat tastes like chicken.
I heard rabbit tastes like chicken.
Anything white meat apparently tastes like chicken.
We're not trying to be insensitive because we literally just read a story about a man getting eaten.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying. But again, that was way back. What year was that again?
What year was that? That was 1779.
So this is the 1700s. I'm sure the Hawaiians have not still doing that practice. I'm sure, things have changed since then. Maybe in certain places. You know that one island that no one can go to because it's illegal?
I mean, there's also just another island entirely not connected to Hawaii where it's completely banned for people to go to. If you wind up there, you will not be saved.
Yeah. Is that Hawaii? No, that's
not Hawaii. That's another island.
That's not Hawaii. That's not island. But there is a place in Hawaii, though. There is an island that no one can go on.
Yeah, it's forbidden.
Yeah, so there, who knows? It could be the island. Who knows? I
don't know.
But hope you enjoy the story.
Yeah, I was fascinated by it to at least some degree. Like, I thought it was...
It's kind of, it's sad because it's like, it's sad. Well, I mean...
A bold explorer, life cut short... All because he was misinterpreted as a god.
Yeah, and a reincarnation of one. And then just bad luck because like their sail broke. Because they were leaving and they had no choice but to turn back around. And
for it to wind up being just viewed as an encroachment on the next god's
day
claim, what have you. And a declaration of war, effectively, is what it was.
Yeah, so...
Even though that was entirely not their intentions
at all. It was sad, but then again, this is a book of nothing but bad history.
Yeah.
So I mean, what can you really expect?
Yeah. If you're interested in more, it's Bad Days in History by Michael Farquhar. You might find yourself enjoying this. I picked this book up off at Barnes and Noble, and then the other book we got from Amazon. So.
Yeah, if you haven't checked out our last video, we did one from January 28th from this book. And so this one is for February 14th. So happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. It's a bloody Valentine's Day, apparently. But
yeah.
Hey.
Eat chocolate, not people.
Please.
Bye.
Bye.